Alright guys, now that we have our, basic housekeeping crap taken care of, let's go ahead and start building the init method. Now this applet only has two methods, of course. The first one is the init, and I like putting a comment above all my methods just because whenever I build a huge program, these green things help, whenever I'm scrolling through them real quick, I can see where the methods start. So public void init, and of course the first thing we need to do is, now that we pretty much said, okay, Java, we're going to make a hash map and an array list, we might as well, in our init method, go ahead and make them since, we're always true to our promises. So this one was named website info. So let me just go ahead and copy that crap. So website info equals new hash map, and the title is a string, and the URL, which we want to tell our browser to go to, is actually going to be a URL object. And after this, just go ahead and put empty parentheses, just like that. Now after this, do the same thing with titles, which is our array list. Titles equals new array list, and this takes the title, which is a string, and empty parentheses after that. So now we created, and I spelled array list with a lowercase l. Embarrassing. So now what we basically did is we created a blank hash map and a blank array list. Now eventually what we're going to be doing is we're going to be populating these with information, but for now we won't really worry about them. So remember that I told you guys that we're going to have two methods in this applet? Well, of course, the first method is this init, and the second one is going to be a method called grab HTML info. Now, what this method is going to do, if you guys couldn't guess, it's basically going to take all, you remember in the very first video or the 28th video, whenever we made that HTML document? Well, what this method is going to do is pretty much grab all the necessary information out of those parameters and stick them into a hash map in an array list. Because Java can't work directly with an HTML document, it needs to convert them into something that's a little bit easier to work with. So it's more familiar with hash maps and arrays and crap than HTML documents. So that's what this method is going to do. So after this, let me go ahead and I'm going to code the rest of the init method, and then we'll jump into grab HTML info. I think that would be the easiest way to understand. So what I want to do now is just start building the GUI. I'm going to add this label right here that says what website do you want to visit, and that's just nice to give the user a nice little prompt. And in order to do that, just go ahead and hit add new JLabel, and is a parameter for JLabel. Takes a string, what website do you want to visit, question mark. And as the second parameter, what you need to do is you need to write where do you want this label, and I'll just method 2. Oh, look at this. It already knows what we're do is wait for the next tutorial, and then I can code my whole entire listener instead of breaking up between this video and the next one. So anyways, in the next video we're going to code the listener now that you know what it does. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you then.